Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Noamun Yusra binti Mahazir. Today, I will introduce our topic, which is the ruling on the slaughter of the people of the book Ahl-Kitab according to the four major schools of Islamic jurisprudence. Today, the concept of halal is not only a religious requirement, but also a global standard that emphasizes cleanliness, food safety, ethics, and spiritual purity or tayyiban. For Muslim, consuming halal food is a religious obligation. Therefore, Islam has established clear guidelines for Islamic slaughter to ensure that meat is lawful and suitable for consumption. An important issue in Islamic jurisprudence is the ruling on the slaughter performed by the people of the book, namely Jews and Christians. This ruling is based on the Quran, Surah Al-Ma'idah, which permits their food under certain conditions. However, Islamic scholars differ in defining who qualify as Ahl-Kitab and the condition for the validity of their slaughter. Moving on to the problem statement, the growth of the global food supply chain has increased the availability of imported meat products slaughtered by non-Muslims. This raises concern about whether these products comply with Islamic requirements. One major issue is the use of mechanical slaughter as stunning, which may affect the validity of the slaughter. Another issue is the difference in fatwa. For example, Department of Islamic Development Malaysia adopt a more cautious approach, while some international scholars are more flexible. This often leads to confusion among Muslims. Therefore, this study has three main objectives. First, to compare the views of the four major schools of the slaughter of the people of the book. Second, to identify the reason behind the difference of opinion. And finally, to evaluate how this ruling can be applied in today's global halal food industry. With that, let us now move on to the discussion of the four major schools of Islamic jurisprudence.
Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. My name is Nurul Adibah. Now I will explain about the ruling of slaughtering by the people of the book. According to Surah Al-Ma'idah verse 5, the slaughtered meat of the people of the book, which refers to Yahudi and Nasrani, is generally halal for Muslim. All four major mazhab agree with this ruling, but they have different conditions. The first one, Mazhab Hanafi. They allow the slaughter as long as it follows Islamic rules and is not dedicated to anyone other than Allah. Secondly, Mazhab Maliki. Mazhab Maliki also consider it halal unless there is clear evidence that the slaughtering method goes against Islamic law. They do not require Muslims to investigate every slaughter. Next, Mazhab Shafi'i. Mazhab Shafi'i is more strict. They require the slaughter to be a genuine person of the book, and the slaughter must follow the correct Islamic method. The last one is Mazhab Hanbali. They has a similar opinion to the Hanafi school. The animal must be alive during slaughter, the blood must flow properly, and the slaughter must be done only in the name of Allah. In conclusion, all four mazhab agree that the slaughter of the people of the book is generally permissible based on Surah Al-Ma'idah verse 5, but with different conditions and the level of caution to ensure the meat is halal. That's all from me. Thank you.
Assalamualaikum everyone, my name is Nurul Ain. For my part, I will explain the cause of ikhtilaf regarding the slaughtering of Ahlul Kitab. The main cause of this disagreement is the interpretation of phrase Utul Kitab that mentioned in Surah Al-Ma'idah verse 5, where Allah states that the food of those who were given the scripture is lawful for Muslims. The scholars differ in determining who is actually included in the term Ahlul Kitab. The majority of classical scholars agree that it refers to the Jews and Christians who received the Torah and the Gospel. However, they disagreed on whether these terms applies to all Jews and Christians throughout history or only to those who remain faithful to the original teachings of their revealed scriptures. In addition, the ikhtilaf is also influenced by different approach in Usul al-Fiqh. Some scholars interpret the verse according to its literal meaning, while others interpret it together with other evidence related to the conditions of lawful slaughter in Islam. Overall, the difference of opinion does not arise because of a contradiction in the Quran. Rather, it is due to different interpretation of the phrase Utul Kitab and different methodologies used by scholars in deriving Islamic rulings.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Name is Haris Istihab Ahmad Ismaili. Today I will discuss about the analysis and justification. So for the analysis, the majority of scholars from Hanafi, Maliki, Shafi'i and Hanbali agree that meat slaughtered by Ahl-Kitab is halal. This view is based on Surah Al-Ma'idah verse 5. A'udzubillahi minasyaitonir rajim. Al-yawma uhilla lakum at-thayyibah wa ta'amul ladzina utul kitaba hillul lakum wa ta'amukum hillul lahum wal muhsanatu minal mu'minati wal muhsanatu minal ladzina utul kitaba min qablikum idza ataytumuhunna ujuruhunna ghayra musafihin wala muttakhidhi akhda ila akhir ayat. So ayat the Surah Al-Ma'idah story which is clearly states that the food of the people of the book is permissible for Muslim. However, in today food industry there are some new issues. Many slaughterhouses use a modern method which is stunning mechanical slaughter. Because of this, we need to make sure that the slaughter follow all Islamic requirements. We should not only look at the religion of the slaughter, but also check whether the slaughter process is done correctly according to Islamic law. This also line with the fake principle al-lakin la yazul bisyak, which is certainty cannot be removed by doubt. If there is a doubt about the slaughter process, proper verification is needed before meat can be accepted as halal. This is for analysis. So we move to the justification. This is my opinion. I think a closest approach is the best choice in today's situation. This because the food industry is now more advanced and the slaughter process is not always easy to verify. Therefore, halal certification is important to make sure that the meat follow Islamic requirement. In Malaysia, we have a JAKIM and MS 1500, which is halal food general requirements help monitor and verify halal product. This system protect if I think this protect religion, and we have if others will protect the life. Also give a Muslim consumer more confidence when buying halal meat, and therefore checking halal certification before buying meat is a practical and safer approach for Muslim today. So that's all from me for the analysis and justification. Thank you.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Muhammad Najwan bin Muhammad Sahabuddin. Today, I would like to explain about some application and current issue related to halal slaughtering. First, machine slaughtering remain a topic of debate among scholars. The main concern is whether the animal are still alive at the time of slaughter and whether the tasmiyah, which is the mention of Allah's name, is performed correctly and consistently. Second, regarding animal stunning, some scholars permit reversible stunning because it helps reduce animal suffering. However, other scholars may reject it due to concern about shubhah or doubt, especially if the animal dies before the actual slaughter takes place. Third, the modern status of Ahl-Kitab is also discussed today. Many hesitate because so many slaughterhouses in Western countries operate according to secular system rather than religious principle, making the halal status is more complicated. Hence, Malaysia's approach is very strict for commercial purpose, only meat that certified by JAKIM recognized authorities is accepted. This ensures that halal requirements are properly maintained and monitored. Finally, the meat cartel of scandal of 2020 to 2021 is one of case that highlighted because it shown that importance of stronger halal verification and better supply chain monitoring. It reinforced the need of transparency and public trust in halal system. So, JAKIM is very strict during give their halal certification, and it makes sure that Muslim in Malaysia eat only halal meat. So that's all from me.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Nur Shakira Nakila binti Harun Nizam, and I will continue the last part, which is conclusion. In conclusion, the issue of Ahl-Kitab slaughter remains a matter of scholarly disagreement due to different interpretations among jurists and the challenges posed by modern slaughtering practices. In Malaysia, a cautious approach is adopted through JAKIM's halal certification and strict verification procedures to ensure that all halal requirements are properly fulfilled. This approach helps safeguard the integrity of halal food, protects Muslim consumers from doubtful products, and upholds the objectives of Maqasid al-Shari'ah. With that, we conclude our presentation. Thank you for your attention.